We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Definition of involute. If a straight line is rolled around a circle or a polygon without slipping or sliding, points on line will trace out involutes. Or in other words, we can say involute of a circle is a curve traced out by a point on a tight string unwound or wound from or on the surface of the circle. That means if any straight line is there and this straight line is rolling over any circle or any polygon, it may be a square, pentagon, hexagon, without slipping on that polygon. So any point on this straight line, so the path of that point, it will be a involute. Or in other words, you can say if you want to wound or unwound any string or any thread on the circle by keeping that string tight, so the end point of that string is trace out the involute, or we can say the path of the end point during the wounding and unwounding the string on the circle is known as a involute. Now let us say how to draw the involute. Okay, so let us understand by one example. Use of involutes are gear profiles. So different gear profiles, the profiles have of a involute shape. A string is unwound from a circle of 20 mm diameter. Draw the locus of at any point. So here one circle of diameter 20 mm, okay, and the string is unwounding from that circle. So the end point P, you have to draw the locus of that point P. Okay. Now first of all, you have to draw a circle of diameter 20 mm. Now divide this circle into the 12 equal division. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now the next step is to draw a line which is tangent to this circle, and the length of this line is equal to the circumference of this circle, or we can say it is equal to 2 pi r or pi d, and divide this line into the 12 equal division, and the number of divisions of this line is equal to a number of divisions of a circle. If we divide this circle into the 8 division, then you have to divide this line into the 8 equal division, and length is equal to pi d. Now the next step, from this point 1, you have to draw a tangent, okay, or we can say a line which is perpendicular to this line, and the length of this line is equal to the distance 0, 1, or we can say the one part of this line. Okay, so there are 12 parts. So here you have to draw a line, length is equal to one part, that means the 0, 1, or you can say take a 1 as the center and radius equal to 0, 1, and draw arc on this line, so you will get the point P1. Now similarly, draw a tangent from point 2, and now 2 as the center and radius equal to 2 part, that means 0, 2, and draw R, you will get the point P2. Similarly, from point 3, you will get the point P3, and from all the points, you will get the point P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9, P10, P11, and P12. Now we have to join all these points P1 to P12 by a smooth curve. So this curve is known as the involute of this circle. Now we have to draw the tangent and normal at any point. Say for example, we have to draw the normal and tangent at this point N on this curve. So for that, join this N with the center of the circle. Okay. So now find out the midpoint of this line. Now this midpoint as a center. Okay. And draw a semicircle whose diameter is equal to this line. Okay. So or you can say this point is the center and radius equal to here at that point N, and draw a semicircle. Now this semicircle, it will intersect this circle at this point N. Now join this N with N. So this is our normal, and at this point N, draw a line which is perpendicular to this normal. This is called the tangent. Okay. So this is the involute and normal and tangent at any point of this involute. Now one more problem. Trace the path of end point of a thread when it is wound round a circle, the length of which is less than the circumference of the circle. Okay. Now here we have to round a thread on the circle, and the length required for the thread is equal to pi d. But here the length of the thread is less than the circumference of the circle. Now let's take radius of circle is equal to 21 mm and length of the thread is equal to 100 mm. So as per the circumference 2 pi r, so the length required for the thread is equal to 132 mm, but here the length given is equal to 100 mm. That means the length of the string is less than circumference of the circle. So that means it will not cover the total circumference of the circle. So now for that, first of all, draw a circle of radius 21 mm and divide this circle. Okay, and here this line is of 100 mm length. Now divide this circle into the 12 division, 1 to 12 part. Okay. Now here we have to divide this line into the 12 part, but one part is of equal to here S. S is the length of the one part and is given by 2 pi r by 12. Okay. So now divide this line into the different part, and one part is equal to the S. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and the end point at 100 mm is a P. Okay, and finally this point is a 9. So we cannot divide this line into the 12 division according to this distance. Okay, because to divide into the 12 division, the required length it should be 132 mm, but here the length is equal to 100 mm. Okay, now we have to wound this string on this circle. So for that, first of all, draw a tangent at point 1. Okay, now this 1 is the center and radius equal to 1 to P. Okay, 1 to P, and draw R, you will get the point P1 here. Similarly, from point 2, draw a tangent which is perpendicular to this line 0, 2. Okay, now 2 as the center, radius equal to 2p, and draw R, you will get the point P2. Similarly, from point 3, draw tangent, and you will get the point P3. Similarly, find the point P4, P5, P6, P7, and finally here P8. Okay, so now join all these points from P to P1, P2, P3, and finally this curve, it will touch circle at this point P. Okay, so this is known as a involute, and it will wound up to this point P. Now involute of square. Draw an involute of a square having side as 20 mm. So first of all, draw a square of 20 mm side. Okay, so now if you want to wound a string for 1 turn, so the length required for the string is equal to side multiplied by number of sides. So 20 by 20 into 4 is equal to 80 mm. Points 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now extend this line to 1. Now initial point is P0. Okay, now 1 as the center, and radius equal to 1/4, that means the 20 mm, and draw R, so you will get the point P1 here. Okay, so this radius is equal to 0, 1 or 20 mm. Similarly, now extend this point line 3, 2. Okay, now this 2 at the center, okay, and radius equal to 2p1, or we can say 2 into 0, 1 or 40 mm radius, and draw R, you will get the point P2. So this radius equal to 2 into 0, 1 means the 40 mm. Now similarly, extend this 3, 4 and 3 at the center, radius equal to 3 into 0, 1 means the 60 mm radius, and draw R, you will get the point P3. Now extend this 1, 4 and this 4 at the center, radius equal to 4 into 0, 1 means the 80 mm, and draw R, you will get the point P4 here. So this curve is known as the involute of a square. Now if you want to draw a tangent and normal at this point S, okay, then you have to join this S with this corner, okay, because this S is in between these 2 points P2 and P3, so we have to join this S with this point 3. So this is the normal, and draw a line which is perpendicular to this normal is called a tangent. Involute of polygon. Draw an involute of a pentagon having side as 20 mm. Okay, so we have to draw involute of pentagon. So first of all, we have to draw a regular pentagon of 20 mm side. So you can see this is the pentagon, side is 20 mm. So length required for the thread is equal to 100 mm. 20 into 5 is equal to 100 mm. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So now extend all this line 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4 and 1, 5. Okay. So initially point P0 is at 0. Now the 1 as a center and radius equal to 0, 1. Okay, and draw R, you will get the point P1. Now 2 as a center, radius equal to 2 into 0, 1 2 into 0, 1 and draw arc, you will get the point P2 here. Now 3 as a center, radius equal to 3 into 0, 1, or you can say 60 mm, and you will get the point P3. Similarly, now 4 as a center, radius equal to 4 into 0, 1, and you will get the point P4. Now 5 as a center, radius equal to 5 into 0, 1, or you can say 100 mm, so you will get the point P5. Now draw the normal and tangent at this point S. Now point S is in between P4 and P5. Okay, so now join this S with point 5. So it is a normal, and draw another line which is perpendicular to this normal is called a tangent. Okay, so this curve is known as a involute of pentagon. Now let us see one more example. A stick of length equal to the circumference of a semicircle is initially tangent to the semicircle on the right of it. This stick now rolls over the circumference of a semicircle without sliding till it becomes tangent to the left side of the semicircle. Draw the loci of two endpoints of the stick. Name the curve. Take radius is equal to 42 mm. Okay. So here we have to draw first of all a semicircle. Okay. This semicircle of radius 42 mm. Now one stick is there. Okay. It is tangent to this semicircle on one side. Now this stick, it will rolls on this semicircle and finally it will come here. So we have to draw locus of these two end point of this stick. Okay. So for that, first of all, take point O and draw a line AC. Draw a semicircle. Okay, so radius is equal to 42 mm. Now a stick AB, which is tangent on this side. Okay. Now divide this semicircle into the 6 division. Similarly, divide this line AB into the 6 division. 6. Now if this line, it will start the rolling on this semicircle. So if we rolls 1/6 part of, okay, then this point 1 will be matched with this point 1, and the new position, it will be A1 B1. Okay, new position is A1 B1. So the one part is on this side and 5 parts are on this side. Similarly, if we further roll, and the another position will be A2 B2, so the point 2 will be matched with this point 2. So the 2 parts is on side and another 4 parts are on this side. Okay. Now similarly, another position is A3 B3, so point 3 will match with this point 3. Similarly, you will get the position A4 B4, A5 B5, and finally you will get the A6 B6. Now join all these points A1 to A6 and B1 to B6. So these two curves are known as a involute. Okay. So now I hope you can understand very well how to draw the involute. Okay. So in our next lecture, you will learn about the different spirals and how to do a spiral curve.